Okunonya batandise okulamusa ku bantu nga bali kukoba abantu batandise okulaga batandise nokona abavala bu timu gundi timu Muyanga 2026 timu Doryn 2026 timu Simaji bakuba kibaluma this kind of thing. NRM says no, all the campaigns, NRM stops all the campaigns. I ngote kukuchogera. What can they do? Can they really stop all the campaigns? Can you stop people from campaigning? Is it possible to stop anyone from campaigning?
But then those anti, it is all part of the preparation. Bobo ina chotekatekera abantu echo maso. Bobo joba sumulula kompolampola batekateka mpolampola so that ekiseera kiri bwe kituuka baba bamanyi nti yes omuntu waffe yono. Kati bagala kikolebwe kitya tulinde 225 abantu balikuwa veyo.
Ensi yaffe nti bw'otandika campaign olwaleero nga bwe batandise ba MP abali mu parliament abawereza tebanaweza myaka 2 naye abaagala obavuganya already mu kyalo batandise okola ki okutambula ekitegeeza nti n'abalonzi abali mu byalo tebagenda kukola batandise okupanga okwagala okwogira abantu abapya batandise okupanga okwagala okuforminga camps empya naye nono ali e Kampala mu parliament bwawulira nti eri ku kyalo ate bamuli bubi ng'olalekerawo okubeera mu parliament ye
nga nadda mu kyalo
ayagala kudda mu kyalo ate oba bw'atadda mu kyalo agwamu amanya ga performinga mugenda okuzika emyaka 5 nga temuyina kye muganyudda kubanga ono abaddemu atula tatere atula bufofofo kubanga abantu waliwo abanoonya campaign n'oli ali mu kunoonyako naye tebakola n'abalonzi babeera ni between there abawagira oli aliyo babeera ku kyalo bagala ku defending oli aliyo abapya abagala omuvaako nabo bali bawaga. We end up running a 5-year election cycle extended through, and you know that an election cycle in Uganda greatly compromises economic activity. People stop working, there's no work done, and this kind of thing. But what can NRM do to stop anyone?
NRM yowe gamba nti ba discouraging early campaigns. Bijino byetulaba ku mutimbagano ne mawulire ebya obimanye bigenda mass.
Kati waliwe
ebya Muhozi.
Muhozi says it does not subscribe to NRM. Did I read wrongly?
That was in one of the tweets.
He does not agree to a political party that is as that one. I was actually saying maybe the man is roofing his father's house. He will leave his father's house leaking because he's removing the roof. But away from Muhozi, waliwo n'abali munda mu NRM aga nti fe tuwagira mu 7,226 nga kati oledo bwe yayogedde that's all campaigning.
That is all campaigning.
Waliwo abalala baga nti
abamuzeyi tova ku main bonna nabo tuze tubalaba
bahaji kigongo baga ne basayininga kuli ku play baga nti tuwagira ono betuli abali simanyi where northern Uganda ga nti fe tuwagira mu 7. All of these now are already leading us into the 2026 polls. But what can NRM practically do? I enjoyed this one. I am listening to the outcry of our people for change. I am with the people. Mulusogo andiko byotya. Ndikuwuliriza amaziga g'abantu abende enkyukakyuka era ndina abantu. Whatever NRM has become certainly does not represent the people of Uganda. Nti NRM kye yafuuka buti takaasobola kwegemya nti byerikola eyemerera okulwa abana Uganda. This comes from a serving general, son of the president, a special advisor on I think he's on what on
I think he used that as a disclaimer not to affiliate himself to the NRM because he's still a serving leader under the NRM government. Could he have used it as a disclaimer?
A disclaimer. True, it would work, but after all, who was asking him to reveal where he belongs? That's
that is his opinion.
You
but tulabanti agenda munteseganya ne Dr. Mwesige. Could he be thinking of joining the FDC? Musajja ayinza okuba nno nga FDC agirabyemu omulamu.
I can say without fear of contradiction that the Mwesige I know cannot give Muhozi Kainerugaba even a minute of attention. Not at all. Physically. They can talk on Twitter, and when Mwesige says he agrees with Muhozi on Twitter, it is sarcastic.
Waliwo mediator umakati. It is not only Muhoozi meeting Besigye. It is the uncle Omukulu Salim Saleh meeting with Mukulu Munne to talk about the issues of the son and his probably political aspirations. Dr.
Besigye can meet Salim Saleh, certainly. They can meet and talk even for hours. But the Besigye I know cannot meet Muhoozi.
Asamulamu meeting anga elder for guidance and counsel.
Not even in his quote as a military leader, general, not in his, because first of all, there is even a contradiction. If Muhoozi meets Besigye, while Besigye is the elder, the two being soldiers, Besigye has to salute Muhoozi.
Those are formalities. When the dialogue begins now, the
issue is, can Besigye, who has not saluted Museveni in the very last many years, salute the son?
Yes, and Mumateka, Mukamawa.
Besigye? Meeting Muhoozi?
Olaba, there is a thing about the army. The army is a very organized institution. Nti Amateka, they go by the script. Mukamawa, beda Mukamao, if you don't offer him that salute, you could go to jail over that. Ebya elder so cannot be taken wali side no saluting omukulu no honoring ekitibwa kye olwa rank sezo then ebirane bitandikirawo.
Besigye, anyway, human beings change, but the principle I know that Besigye as a principled person, if he had to meet Muhoozi Kainerugaba, first we want it to be public. Would want him to state the reasons why are they meeting, what will be the outcomes of their meeting. If they meet like casually, say general to Kano for casual talks, but for as long as the issues involve the welfare of the people of Uganda and governance, I do not see Besigye easily meeting Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Although it would be a welcome gesture if they did, but I do not see. First of all, the military, those the old soldiers, the colonial soldiers, abali mu League ya Museveni, balaba Muhoozi as an indisciplined person. Why? The freedom he has to freely comment on political issues in the papers and on Twitter, the Donald Trump style. No other soldier whatsoever has ever had that opportunity.
Could it be also, could it be a new style of leadership?
No, a new style of disobedience.
Yeah, you could call it disobedience, but then if it's allowed, if it's permissible.
It is not permissible.
If Donald Trump goes away with it and we think, yeah, he's who he is.
The American Constitution is different from ours.
Nekati Constitution ya Simon Muyanga. Naffe era tulaba nti bye tutambulirako era si ffe twabitandika bina gye byava, then eventually it became we became liberal about everything.
I should remind you that the disagreement that forced Besigye out of the NRM stemmed from a 1999 letter that Besigye wrote to criticize the NRM the same way Muhoozi is doing now. Muhoozi simply put it in one statement that the NRM is whatever it has become, it cannot claim to be representing the people. Besigye wrote some good pages, but the summary statement in all was exactly what Muhoozi Kainerugaba is saying today. For what Besigye wrote, Bamugoba mu NRM was forced to get out of the army, was actually going to be court-martialed had it not been for the efforts of Jim Muhoozi, who pleaded with Museveni n'abantu abaperukunjiri nti muleke ne bamusonyiwa n'ava mu magye n'alangirira.
Era mukulu Kizza Besigye yavuddeyo n'amuddamu yazzemu tweet eyo n'amugamba there seems to be a point I agree with MK. Mukatweet ako producer katuweeko abadde response y'omukulu Kizza Besigye awo ng'addamu MK. Yamugamba there seems to be a point I agree on with M. Kainerugaba, that NRM is probably the most reactionary organization in the country.
Reactionary.
Simon, lwaki olowooza nti bo tebasobola kutuula ku round table ne bakkaanya ku bintu bino?
Besigye, because anyway, maybe sisomye bulungi bantu bano. Omanyi ekyo kye bayita principle. Principle means waliwo ebintu bye mmanyi nti gwe Doryn osobola okubikola. Ne bwe mba wendi, ne bwe mba siriiwo. nga ne bwoba olina watoli osobola okugana nti ekyo obulanga nti Doryn tumusanze anywedde n'atamiira n'agangayira agudde ku kkuba entindo nga certainly not the Doryn. You understand?
Yes.
Nawe balina kye bayinza okuga nti Muyanga bino na bino gati not the Simon I know. Now that is what we call character.
True.
Because like I've always said, in communication there is what you think is your name and what the public gives you as your name. That when you say I'm Doryn, okay, I'm Simon Muyanga Lutaaya, the others say Omukumpanya. So to them Omukumpanya is your real name. Actually behind your back they say Omukumpanya Wuyaja, and they call you that and they continue with that. So that is even stronger, it's a stronger brand than the one you think you are. So knowing the two brands, I now can defend Mwesige and defend Mwesige Rugaba. Mwesige is bold in his own right against all odds. Mwesige would be bold if he was not working under the shadow of the father. If whatever he's doing, he was doing as a free army general, not under the cover of the son of the president, and is bold enough to say what he's saying, away from that, where have we found a daring general who can challenge a party led by a reigning president as being unfit to represent the aspiration of the people?
Simon, what is going to happen if he's not retired?
Who?
If MK is not retired as the serving general in the army, because if he has political aspirations in 2026...
Museveni doesn't need to retire General Mwesige now. Because whatever freedom he would enjoy in retirement, he's already enjoying. The only reason yandi badagala okumu retiring mu magye nti bante mu magye mbere ne dembe yogera freely ali commenting ku byobufuzi no participating. He's already participating. So he's acting as a serving and retired general at the same time. So there is Mwesige the retired general impliedly and then Mwesige the serving general as we see.
But for him to appear, for him to have a chance to appear on the ballot, if there is that chance, 2026, he has to be off his duties as the general of the UPDF.
He can appear even if he's not retired.
Hey.
I think you are mistaking one thing.
Tugezaako kulaba amateeka kye gatugamba.
Mwesige is not the only person you know. Hey. What I am reading that Mwesige Rugaba is not the ordinary presidential candidate we know, or presidential aspirant, or army general, or presidential advisor we know. His is a special position, and is setting a new precedent. Whatever is happening to him, he's the first of that. So he's just giving us the first general to comment about this and go scot-free with it. And I love the bold steps he's taking. Yesterday when he said he's about to make the big announcement, I said, wow, we are waiting for the announcement. I want to decide, should I support Mwesige?
Listen to this. Why is it that the NRM government has always promoted propaganda against us? Why? In Rwanda, the media is with us. But in our own country, Daily Monitor always attacks us. So then again, I want to ask, who is the us? Who
are the us now?
Yes, I want to ask you, Simon. Go
the us?
Yes.
No, you don't ask that if I belong to the Mwesige. There are many times I want to associate with him because of two reasons. One, because our age bracket. 44, 48. He's 48.
Is that enough?
He's just 4 years older than me. That's one. Two, I have also agreed with him that we see for sure that the NRM is vying away from its inception objectives. But not to the extent of damage that he portrays in the tweet. His is exaggerated. It's too much. His roofs the whole thing. It kills the whole DNA of the NRM. It roofs the whole thing. I do not agree with him to that extent. Besides, si NRM ekibiina kyekirina obuzibu, no. Abantu abakola ne taata we ababbi, abalyake, abanyazi, abatalumirwa bannayuganda. bebawa NRM ekifaananyi ekibi. Now, the only gift Mr. Muhoozi can give us is to promise that even within the NRM, I wouldn't agree that Muhoozi forms another party. I wouldn't agree. What
would be your recommendation?
I would agree that he fights to take over NRM and reform it.
Oh, that is why he's thinking about coalitions, maybe with the FDC and with the other, probably...
That's untenable. Because Mwesige, people have told Mwesige, Mugisha Muntu, and even me, I have had people tell me, if you disagree with NRM, you don't need to be outside NRM. Those good things you think you can do, get into NRM, fight from within, and change. And I agree that it is a bold man who stays within and makes change. Transformation is not running away. Transformation is stay around, fight within, and let us see your change shine. So I would agree with him that you can let him get into NRM and change it, not run away, because if he runs away, then the legacy of his father, which is NRM, where his father intended him to avenge, will be defeated. That's my belief.
Kale katubirinde nze nawe nga bwe batuganye ale campaigns simenche tuliko naye.
You can't stop. This is idle talk. It is somebody can say na bayinaji wasologa bansanga campaigning. Can they arrest me? Can they do anything? Do they even have the enforcement arm to handle anyone? So it's just idle talk, because what else can they say? They cannot stop it. There are no enforcement mechanisms to stop that. Anyway, 2026 campaigns are going on anyway in the villages. I've told you that the language in the villages is that let's say invite our MP to be, I've not heard of president to be, but I know that.
But there is mayor to be,
councillor to be, Simani what to be. Now, even the presidents to be are there, but they are not pronounced, because I know for now that the presidential candidates on the list, I have my very intelligent and bold presidential candidate, Joseph Kabuleta.
Simon olimu ali campaigns. Naye nga tusoke tugendeko mu break tujja kuba tukomawo n'ebirala bingi kugangamuka.